with larch, pine, elm, sweet chestnut, star of Bethlehem, willow, oak, crabapple, and the positive qualities to despair and despondency and despair are strength and power. Our first essence is larch, which is a type and a mood category, and its positive qualities are that the person is persevering in projects. They are willing to try. They have faith in their own abilities, their strength and their power, and their core truth. And they tend to speak with deep authenticity. The negative quality of the larch is that the person has a lack of self-confidence. They do not feel special or unique, and that they're unwilling to try as others do it much better than themselves, and that they tend to expect failure and will not take action even if they can see steps to avoid the failure. They won't take them because of that lack of self-confidence, and thus others do it for them. They tend to work off others' ideals and convictions, thus lacking their own ideals and authenticity and their own ability to move forward in projects that they'd like to work on. The pine essence is a type and a mood, and the positive qualities are deep strength and power. There is a balanced sense of responsibility, and that the mistakes are lessons not to be dwelled on, and that the values that you have learned through your experiences and your trials will shine through your system. The negative quality of pine is that the person is filled with guilt and blame. They have a difficulty forgiving themselves and others, and when they are successful, they tend to feel that they should have done better. They will berate themselves for not doing better. They also will claim the mistakes of others for themselves, which really leads to an imbalanced sense of responsibility. This lack of personal conviction because they take on the collective guilt of others. So by taking on, we have beautiful elm, which is a mood, and the positive quality of elm is that the person does not dwell on any of the mistakes made in the past, and that they will connect to their deep core and ground in their inner truth. They are not distracted by the ideals or perseverance of others, and that they have a very healthy sense of responsibility. The negative quality is that they are overwhelmed and unstable. They spread themselves too thin by doing way too many things at once. By spreading themselves too thin, they become depressed by the enormous task at hand. It is just too much to do. Or they over-identify with the task at hand and feel responsible for the task at hand, opposed to pine, where they over-identified and felt responsible for others' responsibilities. Sweet chestnut. It is a mood, and the positive qualities are faith that the unbearable anguish that you have suffered and the trials and tribulations you have went through were necessary in serving to your life growth and perseverance, and that you will be reconnected to your deep inner self and to your body so that you know each aspect of internal and external you. And the negative quality of sweet chestnut is that this person is experiencing deep suffering, and if they feel that they are suffering all alone in this world, and that this deep internal anguish is extremely unbearable. And when the mind and body have reached their limit, they're through far end stages. Notice the italics there as well. Mind and body have reached their limit. You'll see this again opposed to other essences like oak, where we're talking about the physical exertion of the body, where just the physical aspect of the body has reached their limit. Or olive, where the physical, mental, and spiritual part of the system have reached their limit. So that's a good differentiating factor between the three essences. And in the sweet chestnut state, there is this utter state of despair. And they feel they've been forsaken by the universe. They will go, in session, people will talk about feeling like they have been left to do this all alone, and that even their God or the universe or their creator or whatever they believe in has forsaken them, and that humanity has forsaken them, and they are left to bear this unspeakable suffering all on their own shoulders. This is when we get sweet chestnut. Star of Bethlehem. In the lily family, just like all lilies, they are used for working with the feminine spirit of the system, and specifically, Star of Bethlehem is a mood essence, and the positive qualities is that the body and the mind become clear of tension and trauma when you taste it, so that you are left with a beautiful, peaceful heart, and any triggers that you have experienced have been dispersed through the system and no longer left in the nervous system. The negative qualities are that whenever you experience trauma, shock, or an extreme of any type, that you would want to use Star of Bethlehem. Especially for those deeper states of trauma or shock, where it's this frozy, icy state where the person may appear extremely apathetic. This can be either acute, long-term, or triggered. This can even be shown in states of disassociation. So for trauma workers out there, you will be wanting to keep your Star of Bethlehem close to you during any type of trauma care. Other pains in the body, especially pain in the body related to past traumas, whether in this life or past lives, can be used as a compress over the area. So you would use a couple of drops of the essence in a bowl of warm water with some muslin cloth or rag, and you would soak the cloths in there, wring them out, and then you would compress the area, covering it with either a warm heat pack or just another towel to keep you from getting cool. And that can be to vacuum out those stuck traumas or extremes in the body. For more specific pain in the body and specific pain locations that are not associated with trauma, shock, or extremes in the system, you would want to look to Dietmar Kramer's Bach Flower Map book for a beautiful guide as to that. Otherwise, you can look forward to the upcoming webinar going over differentials and the other opportunities and resources for using essences in a clinical or personal setting. And the other negative qualities of Star of Bethlehem is that in this state of trauma, shock, or extreme, the person will tend to hold in those real feelings, and they won't let them out, because they may still be in shock, or they may be appearing apathetic, or they may be disassociated. This is a great way to just bring the person back into their body and get their mind clear of any extraneous factors that are clouding the horizon. Then we have willow, which is a mood essence. And the positive quality of willow is that you can see optimism in the experience and be less embittered with life. That you will have the ability to forgive either the experience, the person, or the situation, whatever it is. and that you personally will be able to take responsibility and learn from this trial. Now the negative qualities, notice the italic, bolded wording here, that it is passive, inward, smoldering, anger, and resentment. So let me say that again. Passive, inward, smoldering, anger, and resentment. This person is not willing to take part in the anger process. They are literally avoiding the anger. So, what we would look at as a differential, you would say passive, inward, smoldering, anger, and resentment. Well, what's the other one we just went over in our previous category? That's Holly. In category number 5, we talked about outward, smoldering anger and resentment, where the person is explosive and not willing to take responsibility for their own anger and their own part in the situation. For Willow, however, this person isn't willing to take part at all in the anger. And so the adversity and the misfortune will leave the Willow state very resentful. And this quality will have the person judge their life or the success of that part of their life that they feel they have not had due to themselves or others. So they'll be very resentful and they'll be judging this quality. They will feel that the trial that they experienced was extremely unjust and unfair. And they will tend to blame others for their injustices and misfortunes. They will also expect good, and when it does not happen, are extremely discouraged. And they tend to take less interest in things and that they previously enjoyed in life. This is especially indicated when you see this longer term mood state, like icy states of resentful, smoldering anger. Oak. This is a type. And the positive quality is that the person is a brave fighter. They go on without the loss of hope through whatever is thrown at them. They are extremely stable and courageous and have reduced inner pressures. And they deeply connect to their inner vitality wellspring. The negative qualities are that they tend to be strong-willed, motivated people who keep fighting on in the face of extreme hopelessness, long after the point when others would have given up. They do not take time to relax because they are extremely driven. And they push past their physical limits, note the italics, because they have no patience for their body. And they will use their will to continue pushing through their physical limits. They tend to be very rigid in their approach to life, and their motto is bear and endure. They have a deep inner sense of inner duty, and they want to continue to fight on. In illness, they fight bravely forward, never complaining, and they really dislike looking weak or unable to support others. So in illness, they will tend to be the ones helping their caretakers help take care of themselves. Crab apple. It is a type and a mood quality, and the positive aspect is that the person becomes more broad-minded. They have a genuine self-satisfaction and self-worth that shines through them. The negative qualities of crabapple is that the person has deep feelings of being unclean, toxic, or shameful. These can be internally or externally projected feelings of this shameful, toxic, unclean kind of feeling. It can also be a quality of displeasure with your image that comes to mind. Anxious, they're also anxious to be free of the one thing that's making them compulsive. However, that one thing that they're being compulsive about, whether it's a pimple or just an extra 5 pounds, hair falling out, extra toenails, whatever, the person becomes so compulsive over this that they create another compulsion within their compulsion, thus becoming extremely discouraged because their compulsion usually resides on cleaning up and getting rid of this shame or this toxin in their system, and they have hope that that will happen. And if it doesn't, because of their compulsion or their anxiety, they become even more discouraged. This is a tricky remedy sometimes to fit right on, but if you have somebody who's worried about image in any way, this is one that you'll want to lean in and support, because it's got hidden levels of anxiety that will sneak in as people are moving past stages of depression and anger and coming out to be more vitally strong. So that was our despondency and despair category. We have one more category left where we'll be talking about the overconcern for the welfare of others. Thanks for listening.